One of the biggest mistakes that I see entrepreneurs making is that as they're going through the journey of startup to scale up, they forget the end destination in terms of what they're trying to build and create and work towards. Now, again, that may sound really simple. You go, well, hold on, of course I know what I'm trying to build. I want to, make a lot of money, or I want to change the world, or I want to create freedom for myself. But that's not precise enough. You need to understand exactly what that looks like at an intimate level. You need to understand the time frame that's involved. What are some of the more detailed characteristics that underpin that goal? And what's missing a lot when I have these conversations is a lack of understanding and use of data to drive metrics to then create insights. And if you read any book on scale up, I'm certainly not the expert on all of these areas. Any one of my fellow colleagues in this space will sit there and say the importance of measurement. What you measure is what you get. If you want to lose 20 pounds, you've got to measure kind of how much food you're putting in your body, how much water you're drinking, how much sleep you're getting, and of course, how much exercise. And that becomes a precise way of planning exactly how you achieve that goal that you desperately want to get done or achieve. Now, how do you do that? Well, first and foremost, you've got to know your starting point. And as I said, you've got to know your end point. And then it actually becomes really easy to understand the milestones that sit in between those two pieces. So if I'm looking at a business today, one of the first things I like to look at is, what's the starting metrics around revenue, cash flow, potential profitability, the investments that I need to make, how I'm acquiring customers, how I'm fulfilling those products and services that I'm selling. And obviously a relentless visibility on just cash flow generally, because in that startup phase, you don't want to run out of cash. Okay, it's the killer. So that piece is important. And then, as I said beforehand, as you're moving towards that end game, start to think about what needs to happen on the weekly, daily, monthly basis to create more certainty about the outcome. So if I know that in any annual period, I want to, let's say, take my business from 300,000 pounds currently in revenue to $1 million, that 700,000 pound delta, I need to be able to work out what I need to achieve on average per month. And then I need to work out, well, first and foremost, what's the first month that I'm going to hit that, so I know that I can do it psychologically. And then, how am I thinking about leads coming into my business? How am I thinking about managing those leads effectively into some form of sales process? How am I thinking about, closing those leads through that process? And then how am I fulfilling those again in the right way, which is driving those numbers? So it's that level of again, I'll use the word precision, that's needed for you to be able to really build a stunning business. So the starting point for that is, get out a spreadsheet, get out some paper, journal this stuff up. But to make that easier for you, we now also have the 6 Peaks Value Creation Scorecard, which is a free resource. It's on our website, suyb.global. That's scaleupyourbusiness.global. If you go there, you'll see the 6 Peaks assessment. And as I said, that's a free resource for you to be able to answer a series of questions which are going to increase the visibility, the metrics, the things that may be holding you back from what you're trying to do to drive growth in your company, and therefore, trying to create that value that you desperately want to achieve. So check it out if that's for you. But equally, the point here today is measure stuff. What you measure is what you get. If you just start to implement this one thing in your business, it's an absolute game changer.